I made a little mistake, and the last chapter, I said it was chapter 3, but it was chapter 2. Um, so now I'm going to do chapter 3. And this is the picture. Here's the picture. Lancelot went away and rode into many strange and wild countries. In a small village, he found an old lady who put him up with his horse. Lancelot went to bed. Someone knocked on the door. Looking out the window, Lancelot saw a knight. There were 3 more just behind. The knight looked in trouble. The 3 knights began to lash him with swords. The single knight fought bravely. Lancelot went to aid the knight. He yelled, "Come on then, all 3 of you." The 3 left Sir Kay, for that was the single knight, and fought fiercely with Lancelot. Kay shouted, "Let me help you." "Nay," said Lancelot, "I love this shit." With 6 strokes of his sword, Lancelot defeated the 3. They all said, "Wow, Sir Lancelot, as a knight, you are the Don." "That's all well," said Lancelot, "but now I want you to surrender to Sir Kay." "No," said the 3. "Okay," said Lancelot, "then I'll kill you all." The 3 knights yielded and left. Lancelot took Kay back to the old lady's gaff. Kay got fed and went for a kip. Lancelot put on Kay's armour and took his horse. Kay noticed when he woke and thought, "Well, no one will hassle me in Lancelot's clobber," and left. Lancelot rode in the woods. He saw a black brachet and a small hound. They were tracking an injured deer. The brachet was trailing blood. It had become aware of Lancelot. The dogs led Lancelot to a great manor and over an old bridge. Then they came to a great hall. Inside lay a dead knight. The brachet was licking the knight's wounds. Then a fair lady came out weeping. "Oh, knight, you bring me such sorrow," she cried. "It weren't me," said Lancelot. "The dog brought me here." "What's his name?" "Your husband, I mean, not the dog." "Sir Gilbert, one of the greatest knights," she said. Lancelot went back to the woods, where he met a damsel. She knew him. "I need your help. My brother fought with Sir Gilbert and is hurt. A sorceress told me he won't get better until I can get a knight to go into the Chapel Perilous and fetch a sword and a piece of cloth that have the power to heal my brother." "Marvellous," said Lancelot. "What's your brother's name?" "Sir Meliot de Logres," answered the maid. He's a Round Table Knight, said Lancelot. I will help you. Outside the Chapel Perilous, there were many shields turned upside down. Lancelot recognised some of the sigils. Nearby stood 30 of the biggest knights he had ever seen. Lancelot was shitting himself. They were all grinning, dressed head to toe in black. Lancelot squared up to them, and they yielded. He entered the dimly lit chapel, where he saw a corpse covered in silk. Lancelot trimmed away a piece of the cloth. The earth shook. There was the sword. Lancelot grabbed it and left the chapel. The 30 knights said, Lancelot, give up that sword or die. Come on then, roared Lancelot. He rushed through them and bumped into a damsel. Leave that sword, sir, she said, or you will die and never see Guinevere again. I shall not, said Lancelot. Then I need you to kiss me once, said the maiden. Nay, I can't do that, snorted Lancelot. Lucky, she said. If you had, you would have died. Lancelot rode back to the first damsel, Sir Meliel's sister. They healed the brother with the silk and the sword. When finally Sir Lancelot got back, Arthur was well chuffed. The other knights only saw Sir Kay's armour, and they whacked Lancelot with a spear. When they realised, everyone laughed. All of the knights Lancelot had liberated from Sir Turquine turned up, and there was much backslapping. Lancelot got bigged up by all the knights. They proclaimed him the greatest knight ever in the whole world. And there's the picture again. Ta-da-da. Doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da.